Okay, so hey everybody, Shane here, dailyastrocat.com, and it's Monday, the 22nd of September. The moon's going to be in Libra all day long, so what do we got going on? Well, the International Day of Peace, that was yesterday, the Sunday, that came and went, practically unnoticed, right? Why is that? Why is that, right? Well, we have Mars moving into Scorpio. So, and it's going to form a square with Pluto. This is a very volatile configuration, and we'll get a little bit more into that. So, Rosh Hashanah is today, after sundown. Mabon is here because it's the Fall Equinox. So, we got all those things here, and so are you, right? You guys all responded yesterday. I thank you so much for it, too. It was wonderful. Thank you, particularly on TikTok, right? The moon makes only one aspect today, and that is with Mercury conjunct in Libra. So we have the sun in Libra, Mercury in Libra, and the moon in Libra. Should be a day for balance and equality and justice, right? Hardly. Anyway, the sun enters Libra at 2:19 in the afternoon, okay? Mars enters Scorpio at 3:54 in the morning, okay? So before the equinox, Mars is in Scorpio. Now, what is this going to do? We're going to dare to step into some darker power. And by darker, I don't mean darker evil. I mean darker like we're going to have to be putting ourselves a little bit more forward than we normally do. All right. And usually we try to look out for other people and stuff like that. But really, like they tell you on a plane, put the oxygen mask on yourself first and then help the person next to you. Right. You can't be helping other people if you can't help yourself. So pay close attention to what others do and respond from a position of strength. It's another way to use your power, right? You may very well find that your meekness, your unwillingness to step up, say something, or do something like that, may have been something you left outside the door with that eclipse yesterday. And today's keyword is assertion. So, the color is all the fall colors. Just imagine what it is. They're not quite starting, however. Let's just get there. Now, facts, let's face it, they're all garbled, right? They're distorted, trampled, unreliable. When the unjust call for justice, oh man, don't even get me started, okay? Divorce the 24-hour news cycle. Our power lies in our creativity, our diversity, and in our connections we have with each other, and connections we have to our ideals, what it is that we want to accomplish, what it is that is our spiritual mission on this particular planet. That should have became known to us, right? What we gave up, just things that no longer served us, right? Things that just couldn't help us in any way, shape, or form. Our self-doubts. Now that we've got rid of those, we're ready to move into this with purpose and in power. Quite honestly, why would you wait for power to come to somebody after they're deceased? No, that doesn't happen like that, right? You take it now, okay? That's what we do. We need to pause and dig even deeper in order to begin realizing our dreams, right? That's right. If that's considered dark, if self-interest is considered to be a darker power, then I'm for it, right? Let's just do it. It doesn't mean that you do harm, okay? Because we can't do that. We don't want to do harm, but we do want to do things that are in our own self-interest, and in doing so, we always walk a line, right? It's that where you try to stay in the middle, right? Every action has good and has bad. We try to remain just a little bit on the good side. Now, Ideas matter, okay? It's Libra season, right? It's an air sign. Ideas matter. We need to make sure that ideologies, they don't matter much, right? Do they even count anymore? I don't think so. Mars squaring off with Pluto can definitely bring more violence and bloodshed into the world. However, Mars squaring off with Pluto can also cause us to say, enough. Enough. I'm done with it. It is time for us to become more assertive regarding not only our collective interests, but our own self-interests as well. Mars in Scorpio is there for us to realize the Libra dreams of Venus. Mouthful. Now, since we're no longer data-driven with Mercury in Libra, our mood joins our minds into welcoming the autumn season. Yeah, we like that, right? It's going to be good. Now, air signs like communication, mental activity, abstraction, and objectivity. When viewed this way, is there any wonder why Mars and Pluto will want to shake things up even more? And Venus in Virgo is setting the stage here, all right? Because we talked about the Libra dreams of Venus, but Venus in Virgo is that shedding, that simplicity, how we got to this point, right? How we made it through the eclipse portal, and we're going to be moving towards the North Node come February. Oh, need a drink. Okay, anyway, Mars tells Venus, okay, in some ways, it's a critical reassessment of what we need versus what we desire. Mars tells Venus to make space for future abundance. Mars tells Venus to make space for future abundance. Don't argue with Mars. Make the space. All right, so here we go. Everybody on TikTok who idolizes all this Salem stuff, right? I live in Massachusetts, right? In 1692, the last 8 people, list of names: Martha Corey, Margaret Scott, Mary Eastley, Alice Parker, Anne Pudiator, Wilmot Red, and Samuel Wardwell and Mary Parker are hanged for allegedly practicing witchcraft. Okay, as a result of the Salem witch trials. Yep. 19 people were hanged overall, and 6 other deaths were caused by the hysteria. Okay, so that's the first thing, right? The Salem witch trials. And our birth is Michael Faraday. Now, one little blurb can't do this guy justice, okay? Born in 1791, he's an English scientist who discovered electromagnetic induction. He invented the first electric motor, and that's just the tip of the iceberg with this guy, right? Born in Newington Butts, England. These polymaths are all the same. He never claimed to be a great mathematician. It was proved otherwise. William Maxwell Clark was like, no, he was a brilliant mathematician. He just didn't have the ability to go beyond the algebra to get to the important trig functions that he needed to be able to fully explain mathematically what the induction and how the motor worked. Clerk Maxwell took that on to himself, and he's the one that put that stuff out there. And Michael Faraday died in 1767, and that's all we have for you. So today is one of those days that's very, very difficult to... it's going to be difficult in a mundane sense, right? That world sense, because there's a lot of tension in the world. There's a lot of potential for flare-ups and just misrepresentation, all that stuff, right? Divorce the 24-hour news cycle, okay? Please do it, because if you don't, your day's going to end up with 3, right? Because that's what today comes in at. The key word is assertion. So assert yourself, assert your authority over that television, shut that thing off, or don't, you don't need to hear that stuff, right? It's negative. We want positive vibes. We're lifting it up. That kite is in a position to take us all upward. Why should we descend downward, right? Just because there's crosswinds up there. No. Hold on to the string tightly, okay? But don't let it break. And the color is all the fall colors. So thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate and love every single one of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You all did the right things and stepped up. Oh, it's unbelievable. And the podcast is actually doing a little bit better. So make sure you, if you want to listen to the long versions of it, go to the podcast. You can go to the website too. There's an embedded player on the website, or you can get it wherever you get your podcasts. And that's all I got for you. Thank you so much. Once again, assertion, fall colors, 3. Today's a 3. Happy astrocatting.